Just a reminder, I do one-on-one coaching. If you ever want a lesson from me, you can click the links below. What's up, guys? It's been a while since I've made the tier list, and the meta's been kind of stable for a while, not many changes. So I thought it'd be a good time to make one. Now, this tier list is more of a reflection of high elo than it is low elo. So certain picks got moved around for that. So starting with S tier, there is one king of support right now, and that is Milio. Milio can give your ADC a ton of damage while making it that they don't take any damage. It's kind of insane on top of the fact that it increases the range and everything, and he has move speed increase, and then his ultimate is just a free cleanse for you. It's just insane. You give Moonstone to the guy, and then he's healing everybody on the team and whatnot come team fights. And then even in quote unquote bad matchups, he still has his Q to help protect him or his ADC. It's just insane. This guy's just way too broken. He needs nerfs. So yeah. The way I personally like to counter is just by picking Nautilus and just hard abusing the fact that he has to take Q level 1 or level 2 and just all in fighting him before he hits level 3 and having access to his full kit. That or you could just play Mega Poke, but that doesn't always work. So in A tier, I got Maokai in A tier instead of S tier. I know the numbers say Maokai's S tier, but anytime I play against a Maokai, or anytime like I'm playing ADC with or against a Maokai, I'm like never scared of the guy because I just position myself properly. The reason why Maokai just isn't that scary for me is just because that anybody that is flash engage reliant is just really bad. If you're only threatened every 5 minutes of the game, then it's not a good champion in my opinion. Especially when it's like, oh, you want to flash engage on me? Okay, well, I'm just going to sit right outside my turret range. You're going to flash engage on me, and I'm going to flash you into my turret, and then you're just dead. So I really wouldn't even put Maokai this high personally, but his numbers say he should be S tier, but I just don't see it. Every time I play against it, it just doesn't do anything. Nautilus, A tier. Nautilus, before season 14, Nautilus was in this weird state where he just didn't have enough tank for whatever reason. He just couldn't tank enough. And that made a lot of other champions just better. And I guess like everyone was a little bit more mobile. For whatever reason, that's just how it feels. Right now, though, he doesn't have that issue for whatever reason. And personally, I've been taking Aftershock over Glacial on him just to give him that extra tank as well. But he's got long range engage, which is just very useful in my opinion right now. It's consistent, and yeah, A tier. Bard, best roaming support in the game. His ultimate is amazing, abuses anybody that has low mobility. Not much else to say about it. Roaming supports are just pretty good right now, especially when Void Grubs is an objective on the top side of the map that you are oftentimes fighting for. Rakan has fallen from his amazing S tier status, unfortunately. The changes to everything from the start of the season has unfortunately made my boy just not as consistent anymore. He just feels a lot slower without the old Shurelias, and it kind of sucks. Even with Trailblazer item, he just doesn't feel the same anymore. He's still good, but it's just not the same. So, A tier for now. Thresh is always going to be really good, so A tier. Thresh is just going to keep doing Thresh things. He's going to hook, he's going to flay, amazing, good pick potential, good peel. Karma sitting up in A tier as pretty much the premier like poke mage enchanter. Yeah, not much else to say. Karma mantra Qs, you take a bunch of damage, happens enough times, you lose the lane. Blitzcrank is Blitzcrank, he hooks you, you die. If you're good on Blitzcrank, if you can find the hooks, and it's great. If you can't find the hooks, then it's like, why are you playing Blitzcrank? Just play Nautilus. Quay is up in A tier, and honestly, he should probably be in S tier. Wei is extremely strong right now, but you have to be good at Wei. You have to be good at him. If you're not good at him, then just don't play this. Just play Zyra or play Karma. Play somebody else. You want to play that poke style. But Wei has really good poke, while also providing really good utility. And his damage is really good on support. But like I said, if you're not good with the champion, this champion would be F tier. So you really have to know what you're doing. Zyra's an A tier, best poke mage in the game, really. Outside of Wei. Rell and Alistar are in B tier. They share the same issues, and that is that they are heavily reliant on their flash engage. Once again, don't think it's good that if your entire shtick is that you can get a kill every 5 minutes, that's it's just not really that great. Rell has a lot of CC, so she does have that going for her. Once she does get on somebody, it is very hard for them to get away. And Alistar is just the king of dives with his ultimate. But yeah, it's just better to play Nautilus, someone with more reliable engage, than someone that needs to flash. Renata's been in a weird spot where like she's like super good in pro play, but her solo queue games are like eh. Kind of just depends on the matchup more than anything. But the biggest thing with Renata is that her ultimate will just turn around any fight that you take, or any fight that the enemy chooses to take. Janna is your best peel enchanter. She's fallen off quite hard lately. People just die too fast, and people are too mobile, which makes Janna pretty difficult to land everything to stop the enemies from killing you. So I haven't been quite a fan of it lately, but it's still good. Pyke, Pyke could be S tier if you're a god in him. Pyke could be F tier if you're bad at him. He plays pretty selfish, and that's not necessarily a good thing for solo queue personally, because typically the higher up you go, the better your ADCs are, the better your team is in general, and the better it is for you to play for your team than it is to play for yourself. Great into abusing certain enchanter matchups, but otherwise it's like, just stay away from this guy. It's not worth killing your ADC for it. Braum and Taric are pretty much the same champion in terms of what they want to accomplish here. I think they're pretty good, but only into engaged matchups. If you're into a range matchup with these champions, they're pretty bad. But otherwise, I think they are pretty good. They're great at peeling for their ADC or whoever their carry is, and just providing CC and whatnot for their team. But yeah, they lose half the matchups on this list, so. And then C and D tier is kind of just like the scraps of whatever's left over. Lulu's just a worse version of Milio by far. Lux is just a worse version of Wei, personally, and worse version of Karma, personally. Leona is just, once again, a worse version of Alistar, who is, in my opinion, a worse version of Nautilus. Seraphine just doesn't do her job that well anymore. She honestly never did. She's just much better as a ADC pick. Senna is just saying, hey, we've got 2 ADCs, come kill both of us. It's not a good pick. It loses super hard to hard engage and can't stack against range, so just not a good pick. Xerath, just why play Xerath when you can play Wei or Zyra. And Nami, you're only picking Nami if your ADC picks Lucian and you don't want to play Milio for some reason. And then D tier, only notable stuff for like D tiers, the rest of the enchanters are in here. So they're just, once again, they're just inferior versions of what's above them. And especially like, don't play Yuumi. Don't play Yuumi. Please, for the love of God, do not play that. You're literally just saying it's a 1v2 bot lane for your ADC.